Hello, collective. How y'all doing? Welcome to my channel, Healing with the Majestic Sunset. I am Artess Serena, and I'm here to deliver a collective message for you all, okay? And it's just going to be a general reading. This is one of my first videos, so bear with me if I stutter a little bit. I'm not used to public speaking. So I've already cleansed my space. I meditated, prayed over the reading, and I've already I did not do a pre-reading because I just wanted to see the reading at the same time you guys were going to see the reading, but I did already pre-shuffle. So at the bottom of the deck, Six of Wands and the Sun, and over here some of you guys may be feeling a little stuck, a little sad, and you might be keeping this to yourself at this moment, because this is the energy of the collective that's going to resonate with this reading. Okay, so we're going to get started. I hope you all are doing well, and I hope you all enjoy the reading. The first card out is the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. So let's see. For what I'm feeling so far is that you guys are in like it's like you've invested your seed somewhere and you just haven't quite seen the outcome. This is in the past position though. So that's probably in the recent past that you guys were waiting for your seeds to grow. And you've been tending to whatever situation this is. You've been watering it, you've been nourishing it, and you're expecting, you expected for something to grow. Yeah, you definitely expected for something to grow. Absolutely. Okay, so in the recent past, you definitely expected this. Probably it could be related to your work, whatever seeds you were planting, whatever job you've been working on, whatever these seeds are you've been cultivating and tending to. You definitely expected things to grow, and for some of you, they did grow. From the Seven of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. And this could be a project that you all you love. You have creative freedom, and this brought in a lot of healing. A lot of healing after something fell apart. This brought in a lot of healing. Because the star comes out after the Tower, so after a breakdown. So it's like you guys had to probably start over with something in your recent past, because the Tower comes and it falls when something is false, when everything crumbles because it's built up on something that's not true, that's false. And a lot of people just start over. When they get to the Tower, they just start over. But you guys definitely decide to go and step into your healing. You decide to move forward on your destined path. The next card is the Eight of Pentacles. Just like I said, you guys chose to move forward on your destined path, and whatever this is you're working on, you're definitely mastering it. Whatever seeds you planted are definitely growing because you're tending to them. So whatever this is you're working on, you're mastering it. And it definitely has the potential to put you in a very good position financially. Four of Pentacles. So right now you guys are just mastering something. You're not exactly where you want to be. You definitely, whatever this is you started working on in the recent past, you have the mindset that you know that this will grow into something that's bigger as long as you stay the course, stay on your path, and you keep doing the healing. And you guys have chosen to do this because this is a past energy. So you're working on this. A lot of you're keeping it to yourself. What you're working on, you're holding on to whatever stability that you have right now until you see more growth in your finances. And you're holding back from people, from giving too much. Yes, you're holding back from giving too much. You definitely answered your call. A lot of you, you had an awakening, and you're definitely, you answered your call. The Queen of Pentacles at the bottom, King of Pentacles up here. So definitely, you guys are definitely grounded, standing in your power, and you're not giving up. And as Judgment is here, you're not supposed to give up. You guys woke up to whatever it is that you were supposed to do, and you did that. And whatever betrayal you guys went through, you're at the end of it. And for a lot of you, this was a very painful awakening. A lot of you had to leave others behind. You had to hold back from people, possibly people you were given to financially. You had to do these things so that you can plant this seed here that the Most High was gifting you with, this new opportunity. And you took it. You planted this seed, and now the seed is growing. And you just keep mastering whatever you're doing. So whatever you're doing presently, you definitely mastered it enough to possibly to actually put it out and start, making income from it. But yeah, so for a lot of you, this was a very, very painful awakening. When you start seeing the truth and you start seeing, the people around you for who they really are with their mask off, it can be a very painful period it can be a very painful period in your life. So you guys just diverted your attention to whatever it is that you intend to master. And for some of you, you woke up because of a betrayal. So of course, this awakening would be painful because you went through a deep, deep betrayal, and that probably provoked your awakening. But you guys just allowed it to make you better. That's all. Page of Pentacles. You guys did the work. You started out, you're a novice. You're starting out at the beginning of something, even though I feel like you're a person that's lived life already. But whatever this is you're doing, that you're mastering, you're a novice at it right now. You had to learn from someone, and that's one thing that you probably didn't go around telling everybody. You kept this to yourself. This is one of the hidden factors because you were dissatisfied with life as you knew it. Wherever you were in your life, you was very dissatisfied, and you knew something was better. You got that download that told you something was better on the other side. But wherever you were just dissatisfied. Even though something over here possibly wasn't bad, it just didn't fulfill you because, things were still growing possibly, but you just knew that there was something better. You had a lackluster for life. You didn't have any zeal over here, So it's like you could stay here and be bored with life or what life had to offer on the other side, or you can just move forward, you know. And a lot of times when you're in this energy, you don't really have the ammunition that you need to kind of press forward. You don't have any motivation when you're in an energy like this of the Four Cups. But it's definitely something that you could not see before your awakening. You just couldn't see what was possibly right in front of you because, a lot of times you're sleeping. You're sleeping. Your third eye is closed, so you cannot see what life could really be if you just press forward and move on in a different direction. A lot of you, this could have been, relationship related. It's almost like, you have a spouse. Everything is not terrible, but you're not happy. And you knew something was missing, and whatever it is that was missing, you figured that out. And you started planting this seed. You started studying something else. You started investigating whatever this is that you're doing. This could be something in the spiritual community. You could have gone back to school, but whatever this is, you had to study. You had to become a student all over again. Yeah. As you said, in this unfulfilled energy, you started making plans. You definitely started making plans. There's Two of Wands here. You started making plans for your future. Yeah, because you got an epiphany. You got some type of a download. You knew that something was better on the other side. You didn't know exactly what that was, but you started making plans towards whatever this seed you started planting, whatever this new opportunity that the Most High gifted you with. You guys started making plans to go towards it. Yeah, you did this in total silence. Total silence. You didn't know where you're going to end up at, but your intuition told you to move forward. So you started making plans based off of intuitive nudges, just being guided by the Most High, your spirit guides, because when you have an awakening, you definitely are guided by your ancestors. It's almost like you're waking up to that. You waking up to the fact that your ancestors have been guiding you and been trying to get your attention. They've been trying to get your attention. Whenever I see this card out, it always reminds me of somebody trying to stop someone from getting away. So they're gonna throw something to try to flatten your tire because it's like they're trying to get your attention. That's kind of what that reminds me of. Okay, in this Page of Cups, this represents you, how you're feeling right now. This Page of Cups. So you might be in a very creative, dreamy place right now, especially with this moon being here. You're definitely into your creative spot. You're going towards something that's going to let you be happy, be free, still keep your youthful imagination. You're going to have creative freedom, and that's what you're going towards. Anything that interferes with that, you're not gonna go into that direction. It just reminds me of a person that's lived a life that other people wanted you to live, society wanted you to live, and it just didn't work for you. So you guys could be going through a whole new career change for some of you, and some of you are going to something spiritual. Whatever this is, you're gonna love it. It's gonna you still, it puts you back into your youthful imagination, because you have to have that youthful imagination. And a lot of times that's been taken away from us by the responsibilities of life. Yeah. High Priestess. You're being silent with someone. Maybe someone could be, for some of you, this could have been you at some point, but you feel a little bit of sadness. That's kind of what I was feeling in the beginning with this. You were feeling a little stuck, a little sad, but you're not telling anyone. And that's kind of what this was reminding me of. You're just keeping this to yourself. If you're giving any emotions out, it's very little. It's very little, because you, in your dark space, in your quiet place, your alone space, you might be feeling a little sad. You're keeping this to yourself. It's almost like you're still keeping a faith. That little bit of optimism could still be there, but when you're in this energy, it's hard to take action on the things that you should be truly doing. So a lot of you probably feel a little stuck, and it could be stuck due to your finances. They're not exactly where you want them to be. So a lot of you are just keeping this to yourself, but you guys are highly, highly intuitive, with this moon and this High Priestess. You're very intuitive. You're very secretive. You are definitely the epitome of the secret keeper. You probably had friends from childhood that told you secrets that's never gotten out, even though you might not even be speaking to these people anymore. You are probably that person that people can come to tell their deepest, darkest, fears. And Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, for some of you, you might be feeling for a lot of you, you're probably feeling stuck with maybe you don't feel like you're learning, like it's sticking. Whatever you're learning, you don't probably feel like it's sticking for a lot of you, and maybe that's keeping you stuck. But what I'm seeing is that you guys have mastered something. You planted these seeds. You're doing the healing work. So if some of you feeling stuck, then this is the time to kind of get your youthful energy back. Maybe you need to dance a little bit, have a little fun. Yep. Confirmation. Maybe you guys to get a little bit of your zest back. Maybe you should put on some nice music and dance around and feel that. You have to dig back into that youthful energy that you once had. That's gonna give you that that spark, that motivation to press forward, because you don't feel like whatever this is you're learning, you may not feel like it's gonna be successful for you. Even though you've mastered something, you may be feeling like it won't be that lucrative. Yeah. And that's probably what you're feeling. But a lot of you probably need to, put on some music, have a good time, dance around the house. That's what I do. I put on some music and it's just me. I put on some music and I dance. You know, of course I have children, but you know, sometimes you get tired of being around children all day. And a lot of you, this might be, you know, this could also represent children as well. So maybe some of you guys have some children. Um, and that's kind of making you feel a little stuck. A lot of you probably could feel stuck having to take care of children. And it's kind of making you a little sad, and it's kind of getting in the way of you moving forward, how you would like to move forward with whatever this is that, you know, that you're working on or have been working on. And if a lot of you, you've just been working on yourself. You've been working hard on yourself. And for some of you, you don't really see the kind of the fruits of your labor. Yeah. And maybe some of you with this Three of Wands here, a lot of you probably have some, you're hoping for the best. Of course, you're waiting for those ships to come in. You're hoping, you're definitely hoping for the best. But for some of you, you may not be sure if anything is going to really show up. But you still have this, you still have this hope here. You still have this faith. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be sitting here with the Three of Wands. But a lot of you probably feel stuck on the when to jump in. When to jump in to do something. Okay, with Three of Swords. So you guys might be a little sad about turning your back, you know, on something, someone. You might be leaving a situation, you know, recently. Maybe you have a fear about leaving a relationship. Something is making you sad. It brought in a lot of emotional loss. But it seemed like you're getting your motivation back, and that's why you're in this Three of Wands energy. You're getting that spark back, but you know that spark can easily go out because this is still an ace. So the ace reminds me of, you know, you strike a match, it can blow out, especially with all this water. You know, this reminds me of someone who spent a lot of time crying. This is a lot of tears, a lot of sadness. You know, you probably grieved for a certain amount of time. You probably have been grieving the loss, the emotional loss of someone, some people, you know, that you had to leave behind. But you're still looking forward to the future. You're still looking forward to the future, but you just can't stay stuck. You just can't, I mean, you can, but I'm sure you don't want to just stay stuck. You want to be free. So it seemed like you guys still have the faith that something better is on the other side as you're leaving things behind that just gave you a lot of grief, a lot of, you know, a lot more things to heal from. That's kind of what this looking like. One thing that's bothering me is this Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you have the strength to overcome this. Definitely have the strength to overcome this. It's just that you have to get that spark of motivation. You have, and once you And once you act on this little spark, it's going to propel you forward so much. But you have to act on this little spark. You have to act on it so it can grow. You know, and it can grow into an inferno if you stoke the fire, you know. But if you put it out, if you put this out, you lose your motivation, and nothing, I mean, that fire doesn't get stronger. So that passion, you get whatever spark of passion or inspiration that you get, you need to act on that. So that feeling, that intuitive nudge that's telling you, okay, jump now, that's the time. That's that Ace of Wands energy. That's that little spark so it can grow. And once you act on it, now it grows into the 3. You can go from the 3 to the 8. Okay? And right here, you got 12 wands. So like I said, it can grow into an inferno. You can really be hot and passionate, and you can really be taking great action on whatever this is you've been working so hard to master. Your gift will make room for you. Your gift that you were your gifts and talents that you already possess will make room for you. You just have to, a lot of times, some people do have to study to enhance their gifts. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you feel like something's wrong with it because it's just not coming to you naturally like you think some other people it comes to, or something's not coming to you as easily as you think it should come to you. And that could be the problem that's keeping you stuck. So if you need help, with something, yeah, go and receive the help that you need. If you need to study, I mean, there's nothing wrong with enhancing your gifts, because when you know what different things mean for your particular gift, it kind of helps your intuition hit on different things about certain subjects when it comes down to your work. So just the more knowledge that you have, it helps your intuition grow with the knowledge that you already possess, the knowledge that you gain. We're never supposed to stop learning. You know, I really believe that's why a lot of people lose their minds and they get dementia and all that, because they stop learning. It's like they stop working, they retire, and they just stop. You're never supposed to stop until your body stops, until you're not here any longer. You're supposed to always remain learning. I don't care what your age is, 60, 70, 80. If you're still here on this earth, there is still something to be learned. So if you need help, don't be afraid to go get the help you need. If you need to get some guidance, even if you need to go back to school for something, if it's something that you really want to do, then do it. But the gifts that the Most High gives us is not to be controlled by anyone. So even if you are on a job and you're working for someone and you want to go back to school, that's fine. But I truly, truly believe that the gifts that we're given, that I don't know where my camera stopped. I don't know where it left off at. But what I was saying is that if you're feeling a little stuck for any reason, that you know, go ahead and whenever you get that intuitive nudge to take action, go ahead and act on that. You need to go ahead and act on that so it can grow. Stoke the fire. Yeah, a lot of you are in grief. You're coming out of heartbreak. You're grieving a loss, of some sort. But you kind of, once you get that spark, you're going to quickly start coming out of this energy. Once you start acting on the things that you're supposed to go towards, especially while you're in your healing, you've already mastered something. Yeah, once you get that spark to go towards your future, you're going to come out of this energy. You're going to leave this energy behind. That's right. Like I said, you're going to leave this energy behind. This is the Six of Swords. Six of Swords. You're going to leave that energy behind. So in the near future, if you allow your ancestors, if you allow the Most High to guide you away from a situation that's bringing you grief and sadness, if you allow this and go towards calmer waters, your future, will be brighter, but it's all up to you. You have to make the move. You have to willingly make these moves. Yeah, like I said, you have to willingly make the move. The Tower. Okay, you're bringing down, when you move on, you're going to bring the Tower down on everything and everyone you leave behind, because then and only then is when they're going to see the absolute truth. A lot of times we have to move out the way so the universe can do its job. So you just going towards your future. If you go ahead and go and when you get this spark, like I said, it's going to grow. That spark is going to grow into a massive inferno. You're going to really be on fire for something. Ace of Wands. And you know this. You already know this. You know this. You have to leave the past behind. Take the good memories with you. A lot of you are probably away from, already away from the people that's been giving you grief, the people you had to move away from. Because if you're really going on your healing path, there's a lot of people you have to leave behind. A lot of them were childhood friends, family, old relationships. Yeah, you already know what you have to do. But you take the good memories with you and leave the rest behind. When you go take a trip down memory lane, don't stay there. Don't stay there too long. But take the good memories. And if you don't have any good memories from your past that you can recall, see the good in every bad situation that you've gone through. There has to be one good thing that you can take from it. So just take what benefits you and leave the rest behind. Take your nice memories, and that's it. And it looked like that's where you guys are headed. So if you guys stay on your healing journey and you just move on, because this journey is very, it can be lonely, because it's a journey of one. This is the narrow path. This is the narrow path. The other way, you had plenty of people. It was a lot of people there. It was very broad. There were lots of people there. Even if you're coming from religion, there were lots of people there. Lots of snakes there. But it still was just a lot of, company. Because misery does love company. But this journey, this is a journey. Don't let past relationships that you've had in the past, with this Two of Cups and this Hangman in the reverse, don't let this keep you stuck. Because if you can have form relationships that absolutely make you feel stuck. You want to be free. You want to be free. You have to cut yourself free. And that looks like that's what you guys are doing. Because relationships, whatever these relationships were, whether they were romantic, family, whatever this is, these people were close near and dear to your heart, soulmate type energy, people who were supposed to love you, people who you did love. But it don't look like these people that you're moving away from is all that loving. It was like these relationships kept you stuck, and they can keep you stuck from going towards your future. Because see, these came out last. It's almost like these broken relationships can really stop you from moving forward. You know, you've probably seen a lot of people who not saying you have to be alone forever, but this is a journey of one. This is when you're going on your healing journey, is a journey of self, you know, and it's going, and everybody else that's not supposed to be in your life, they're going to fall away. And everybody else that's meant to stay, they're still going to be there when you come out of your hermit mode, your healing, because they're going to allow you the space, because they love you. If people who really love you, they're going to allow you this time and the space that you need for your healing. They're not going to try to keep you stuck. Okay? Because for a lot of these people, they already know the game is over. They know this is over. Once you leave the building, the game is over. Okay? Trust signals. The universe knows your path. Staying in the past is the wrong route. You're not supposed to go back. You're not supposed to re-enter the past. The past is the past for a reason. And you move forward. So trust the signals of the universe. Trust that the universe knows your path. And they're guiding you. You know, they're guiding you, you know. And these people from your past, they know the game is over for them when you leave the building. They already know this. So this has been your reading, collective. I hope you got something that you needed from this reading. I'm also going to leave you with Queen of the Moon Oracle. This is what it looks like. Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. If you guys enjoyed the reading, give me a thumbs up. If you got anything from this reading, give me a thumbs up. If you like my style, subscribe to my channel. If this message will benefit someone else that you know, share it with them. If you feel that they will be receptive to the message. Hunger. Somebody's watching you. Somebody that's, you know, maybe very sexually attracted to you. Somebody's hungry for you. They're watching you. You know, they're watching you move on to your future because you're looking towards the future. But someone is definitely this person that has an appetite for you. This could be a relationship that you're leaving behind. But, you know, your resilience. And whoever these people are, these people you were in a relationship with or whatever, you had a lot on your back. You know, you're very resilient. You know, to me, this is like someone who earned the title of being an empress with this 21 up here that breaks down to 3. You know, the empress is 3. You know, you have to carry a lot on your back to even gain that title, that, you know, when it's gained spiritually, not just because you had a child, but because you gained that title from, you know, carrying a lot and healing through all of it, and you allowing it to make you better instead of bitter. You know, so that's what this reminds me of. Someone who is earning their title. Whatever it is that you're going to receive, you've earned it. You've definitely earned everything you're going to get, but somebody has an insatiable appetite for you. and they're watching you. So somebody has you, even though you're moving away, they have you in their sights. I don't know if this is somebody new, somebody from the past. I don't know, but some, you know, take it how it resonate. You know, take what's yours, and leave what's not. But anyway, that will conclude the reading. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I'm gonna see you guys in the next reading. I won't be going anywhere. I will be doing more readings on my channel. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or your night or your morning, whenever you are watching this video. And I will see you all in the next video. I love y'all. Peace.